it's exactly why I wanted to come on the show and talk about a movie that we have coming out in July. Uh, Mainly because one of the things that I felt was important as somebody that understands storytelling and spent their career in Hollywood is how do we start to craft stories that make Americans proud to be Americans again? We have gotten to a point where somehow it's not just the movie business, it's not just the television business, it's not just news, it's not just political pundits or politicians or whatever it is. It's a combination of so many different influences, but it suddenly has become sort of gauche to say that you're a proud American or that, you are pro-American or to have the American flag in front of your front yard or to call yourself a patriot. I mean, a patriot seems to be a bad word to half of the country. It makes no sense to me. And it has nothing to do with being afraid of foreigners or not wanting international people, moving in or, visiting or whatever it is. It's more about being part of the global competition game that's out there. I mean, I'll wear my Miami Hurricane, jersey to a Notre Dame game, but that doesn't mean I hate all the people at the Notre Dame game. I just want my team to win and beat them. We can wear our jerseys. We can compete as a nation that it takes a lot of pride in our nation and be proud of that. But that doesn't mean that we want to be isolationist or anti anybody that's not American. So one of the things that I feel like Hollywood needs to do is to be a part of this process that solves these issues is to create more proud to be American films, films that, we grew up with, whether, it's Miracle or the original Red Dawn movie or Rocky 3 when he beats the guy from Russia, Dolph Lundgren, to all the other kind of movies that made you so excited to be American. Top Gun, right? The latest Top Gun made you proud to be American. We don't even know who the enemy was in that movie, right? We can sort of guesstimate what it was, but we have no idea. So part of it is to drive these ideas about going back to the roots of like why we've struggled so hard to create this country over the last 3 centuries, like why it's so important for us to take pride in where we've come from and where we are today and where we're going tomorrow, and create and craft great stories about that. And part of that also involves hiring Americans, making these films, making these stories in America, because quite frankly, there would be no Hollywood versions of the industry around the world if it wasn't for what we started here in this country as the best in the world industry hub for storytelling. Like, yes, other countries have gotten good at it, but no one's as good as we are. We are by far the best at crafting films, at crafting television, at crafting long form ways of telling stories. And we need to take a lot of pride in that, and we need to promote that and foster that and do it more.